Hi, I'm Healing Means. Welcome to my channel and welcome to an unboxing video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is video number 2 in my seed haul unboxing series of some orders that I have rather recently made from 3 companies. Now, the first video, if you haven't seen it, make sure you check that out. That was a double order from M.I. Gardner. I got 2 orders of seeds and I ordered some soft neck garlic. In today's video, I'm going to go over my order from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. I have been wanting to order from Baker Creek, y'all, for a long time. I've went to the website, I got the free catalog, I marked them off, I put stuff in my cart, but I never quite got to actually making a purchase. This year, I ordered the whole seed catalog. It's $10 and something cent with tax, but y'all, it is a thick book. Matter of fact, let me show you. So this is the free catalog that you can get from Baker Creek. And, yo, it's beautiful. Lots of color pages, lots of information. And this is actually, let me see, 163 pages if you count the inside of the back cover. So that's not too shabby. But this catalog, y'all, this is the whole seed catalog from Baker Creek. Like I said, it costs $10. Y'all, look how thick that is. And then look at this. It says the world's largest seed catalog, 532 pages, y'all. Seeds, stories, recipes, history, everything. And y'all, look, see, y'all know I got to get these carrot seeds right here. This book has so much information, so many seeds, flowers, herbs, vegetables, fruit, and the little children, y'all, they so cute. And it's just so much information in here. Look at these peppers. If you're going to buy any seed catalog, buy this one. The whole seed catalog from Baker Creek. Now let's get into what y'all really want to see, and that's the seeds. So this is the pouch envelope, and it shows all different kind of seeds, like the Baker's Mexican banana squash, Sibley squash, giant crooked neck squash. So I guess this is just squash themed on the back, and on the front, spinach, radish, some peas, and a cucumber. Yeah, so this is what the front of the package looks like. This is what the back looks like. Now, y'all, let's see what the inside looks like. But before we do, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know now, y'all. Let's get into these seeds. All right, so I'm going to tamp this down because I don't want to cut into any seeds if I have to cut. Oh no, this peels up pretty easily, and I like that, y'all, because I don't like having to cut the package if I don't have to, because I would be the one to cut a seed packet open inside the pillow pack. So here is what we looking like right off the bat, and I placed this order maybe in November. Let's see. I ordered this November 19th. I don't know exactly when it arrived because I wasn't here. I was still visiting home in Louisiana. I purchased, looks like 37 packs of seeds. Each of them is quantity 1, so I didn't get any duplicates. I like the way the receipt, it shows the line item, SKU, description, the location where it is. I know I watched a video, I believe with, I think it was Barbara. I can't remember her channel, but I'll post up a thumbnail. And she actually went to visit Baker Creek. That might have been last year. Maybe it was this year, but it might have been last year. And she said the same pricing, the same everything is the same in the store is what you get if you order by mail. And I like that. Y'all know my normal routine is to put these in alphabetical order and then show them to you, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to pick a packet of seeds. I'm going to show it to you, and then we're going to go from there. I believe I purchased these seeds on a sale. I did. So it was $100 worth of seeds, and I paid $85. So they must have had a 15% off sale, $15 sale, something like that. So I felt like that was a good deal, especially since I think I missed the main sales from Baker Creek. Y'all, I got to keep my eye on these sales. The first package I have is the May Queen lettuce. And similar to what I was explaining in the Am I a Gardener video, I'm trying to purchase varieties with purpose for my climate. I am in Southern California, zone 10B/11A. We have very mild winters. It gets very warm, but it is very dry, and the heat can be intense. So I'm looking for heat tolerant and drought tolerant plants. I also grow mainly in containers, 5-gallon buckets, 10 to 15-gallon nursery pots, and I have raised beds. The May Queen lettuce is an early 19th century European heirloom, early maturing butterhead. It has pale green heads tinged with red and sweet pale yellow hearts. They have a pink blush to them. Plant early in the spring or fall. Harvest earlier for baby greens. And then there's information on the packet. Just in case you're not familiar with Baker Creek, you have a lot of information across the top right here. And then you also have planting instructions and information on the packet. So for this particular packet of seeds, so this is lettuce. It gives you the number of days to sprout, the ideal temperature, the seed planting depth, plant spacing. This is frost hardy, and minimum full sun is 4 to 8 hours. I don't see days to maturity. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's not on here. It could be on the website, but it just says that it sprouts in 7 to 10 days. But it doesn't say the days to maturity. Now that's something that I would be looking for. Let me see, is it on the front? Nope, I don't see it on the front. It's probably on the website, but that's something that I would be looking for on the seed packet, because I'm gonna start putting the dates, y'all, on my labels so I know about the time to check to harvest. Next, I have the miniature white cucumber, and I did get some of these from a fellow YouTuber. I did not have much success, but I think I used all of the seeds. So I'm going to try again with these seeds from Baker Creek. I do like that you have a lot of information about the seeds themselves, if you can see that. So this gives the catalog number, the lot number, the minimum number of seeds, the cost of the seed packet, and it's packed for 2026. So these are 2026 seeds, sell by 12/31/26. Next, I have another lettuce, and this is the Merlot lettuce. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I bought these because of how the lettuce look. I'm trying to expand from the traditional color, shape, sizes of fruits and vegetables and herbs. I'm looking at visual appeal. I'm looking at nutrient richness, just different things besides just the standard regular whatever for that particular plant. And this Merlot lettuce, y'all, this just, it looks good. It looks like it's supposed to be on my salad. Next, I have the Tondo Scuro di Piacenza squash. And I probably bought this because it's compact. And that's another thing that I'm looking for, if I didn't mention it earlier. Not only am I looking for heat tolerant and drought tolerant varieties of vegetables, herbs, fruits, plants, whatever, I'm also looking for compact sizes. So dwarf, mini, half, whatever you want to call it. And this looks like a very compact round squash. and it just looked interesting to me, and I wanted to give it a try. Another lettuce, y'all, I must have really been looking at the lettuce section. So I have Pablo lettuce. I have the Bait Alpha cucumber, and I believe I got these also from M.I. Gardner or somebody else. But I am purchasing the same seeds from different companies just to see if there's a difference in germination, health, growth, harvest, taste, all of that. I'm comparing, and then I'll be able to narrow down particular companies for particular type seeds. That's what I'm telling myself, y'all, but we'll see if that's what really happened. I have the Perpetual Spinach Swiss Chard, and this says it's truly a chard, but tastes more like spinach. Yields from late spring through autumn, and that's probably why I got this, because I have problems growing spinach in the summertime. But if this is a chard, but it tastes like spinach, it means that I can have a source of spinach through the summer months. I have Glory of Ink Hoisin Cabbage. And y'all, this is what I'm talking about. Look how cute the little kids are. So this packet actually says in the description how long to harvest. It says 90 days. Introduced in 1899 by Sluis and Groot in Enkhuizen, Holland. Medium large, hard round heads, excellent storage variety, productive and good for kraut. So I read the description for a lot of these vegetables and herbs and whatever I bought. And there's different reasons why I bought the different varieties. But I do appreciate that Baker Creek goes, to me, more in depth than some other companies, giving you a lot of the traits and characteristics and history. I have Big Rainbow Tomato, and y'all, it's if I see a tomato seed, like I just have to have it. Tomatoes and peppers, I don't know what it is, y'all, and I'm kind of starting to get that way about corn, but I have to have it. So I saw this. It says it's an heirloom preserved by members of Seed Savers Exchange, and I have made purchases from Seed Savers Exchange. I don't know if I got Big Rainbow from them, but I do now. It says huge fruit up to 2 pounds, delicious and sweet tasting, very striking sliced, yellow flesh with neon red. I have to try this just to see if I can get a 2-pound tomato. I have the Purple Rain tomato. I have heard mixed reviews about this tomato, but I wanted to try it because it was interesting. It says tidy and compact 3-foot plants. So I know that was like the #1 reason why I wanted to try it. Smothered in purple beefsteak tomatoes with beautifully balanced flavor. Fruit average 6 to 12 ounces and are ideal for slicing, sandwiches, and can also double as a nice sauce tomato. I like multi-purpose plants, and this Purple Rain tomato might just be a good starter for that. I have the black pepper. I think I did end up purchasing this, or at least I saw it from somebody else, but I've been wanting this pepper for a while. Just the color, y'all. Look at that. Just the color on this black pepper is rainbow colored from Russia. A stellar sunset of colors and the very best flavor we have tasted in a sweet pepper. It is good for salads and well suited to cooking. If I can get a good size on this pepper, I might do a stuffed version of it. I have the Rondenise squash, another small squash. Again, I'm thinking compact, and I can probably grow this in one of my 5-gallon buckets. The Golden Jenny melon. This is 85 days, developed by Master Seed Saver Merlin Needens. Short vines just go wild, producing these succulent, sweet 2-pound beauties, early and productive. And I think one thing that attracted me to this purchase was the short vines, because I don't have a lot of space, especially for things that vine, but short vines, yo, that's where it's at for me. I have the orange peach tomato, and I got this because it says it has a little fuzz on it, I believe, lightly fuzzy skin. So that's why I bought it. Tennis ball lettuce. I got this because the lettuce is supposed to be about the size of a tennis ball. So small, like single serving. If I want to make a salad, I don't have to worry about cutting an entire head or cutting ahead and having to preserve it or refrigerate it or wrap it or whatever, I can just pick off one of these at a time for a single serving salad. I have the Tom Thumb lettuce, kind of similar to what I was thinking about with the tennis ball lettuce. I have the Odeon bush beans, and the reason why I got these is because it says that they are heavy yields and an excellent choice for home gardeners. So the Golden Mane Lion pepper, I just saw this and I was like, okay, not the traditional green pepper. It says it's super large, juicy, bred in Siberia, excellent for northern gardens. I don't have that, but maybe this is a pepper that I can grow in the cooler months, and maybe it doesn't require so much heat and sun to grow to harvest. I have the Monstro de Viroflay spinach. This is a gourmet French heirloom that was developed prior to 1866. Big, smooth, deep green leaves to 10 inches long, very fast growing plant. And I'm trying to get a lot of different varieties of spinach, y'all, because like Popeye, I likes to eat me spinach. I have the Oswald eggplant. I have a camel eggplant. Now this eggplant is super heat and humidity tolerant. And we don't have a lot of humidity, but we do have a lot of heat. So I'm going to see if this will do well in my climate. The lipstick pepper, y'all, I've been wanting this for like a long time. I have heard so much about this pepper. I've always wanted to get it. I'm excited about sowing these seeds. It says this is 70 days to harvest. 4-inch long tapered pimento type fruit, super sweet, early, and ripens well in the north. Thick red flesh. So see, for any kind of vegetable or whatever that I can get a head start and plant early, that might hold up to cooler temperatures, even though we do have mild winters. I'm thinking that some of these seeds I can sow earlier in the beginning of the year or even later towards the end of the year and still get a harvest. The milk bok choy, and this will definitely be used for stir fry. I have the Uluru okra tomato. This one I specifically got, listen to the description. An earth tone tomato with otherworldly flavor, especially bred for small space gardeners through the Dwarf Tomato Project, a consortium of seed savers creating a diverse range of vivid and delicious tomatoes on smaller compact plants. I'm going to try to grow this in a 5-gallon bucket and we'll see how it does. If it does well, that's fine. If not, maybe I'll try a 15-gallon bucket. But compact, small, that's yes. So if that's the kind of space that you're growing in, you might want to try this tomato variety. I have the Derusi lettuce. And I just like this for the way it looked. It's a speckled lettuce. And like I said, y'all, just variety, variety, variety. This is the Hao Shan lettuce. And the reason why I purchased this is because the flavor is described as sort of like Granny Smith apples. And I like Granny Smith apples. Flashy butter gem lettuce. And y'all just look, the colors, the colors, the colors. I have the Japanese giant red mustard. And this is 40 days. It says beautiful, large Japanese type, purple red leaves with delicious, strong, sharp, almost garlicky mustard flavor. And y'all, I like garlic. I like garlic a lot. And you saw in my last MI Gardener seed haul that I did purchase soft neck garlic. I will be planting those in my GREENSTALK. If I don't do a full video, stay tuned for a YouTube short or at least a community post. Bulgarian giant leek. Y'all, I had to get this because of the size. Even though I'm talking about how I need to, you know, grow compact, dwarf, whatever, miniature size. I saw this giant leek and I'm like, yeah, y'all, I had to have it. I have the round tropea onion, and I believe that this is a short day onion. In my area of the United States, it is preferred that I grow short day onions. But y'all know I have long day onions and intermediate day onions in my stash. I don't see it specifically on the pack, but I guess I'll find out when I grow them. And if I don't get a bulb, I don't get a bulb. I'll just eat whatever grows. I also have the Texas Early Grano Onion. And I think from M.I. Gardener, I had the Texas Early Grano 502 or something like that. There's a couple of different, I don't know if they are different varieties or if they're the same thing, but there's Texas Early Grano Onions, but some have additional letters with them. Some have numbers with them. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but y'all, I like onions, so I'm going to grow and eat all of them. I have the Robur cauliflower. And the reason why I bought this is because of the description. It says it's very adaptable, productive variety from Poland. It produces perfect, large, tight, 12-inch heads despite temperature fluctuations that will ruin most others. And we do sometimes have temperature fluctuations, even though it's mostly mild across all 12 months of the year. We do have a rainy season. We do have a season where temperatures are dry and hot, and just depending on when I sow these seeds and how long they stay planted before I harvest them, it's a possibility for some temperature fluctuation. So I'm hoping that I'll get good results from the Robur cauliflower. And then the last purchase I have is the canary bell pepper, y'all. And just, I haven't met a bell pepper that I don't like, even though I've had varying success with some I've tried to grow. If I see a pepper, especially a bell pepper, y'all, I got to get it. Now, with this order, I also got 4 free packs of seeds. I got cinnamon basil. I have Genovese basil. I got lemon basil. And I got the Landis winter lettuce. And I've heard a few people talk about this lettuce. It says an incredibly cold-hardy classic Pennsylvania Dutch winter lettuce. Now, it does not get that cold at all. But I'm thinking that I can grow this during the coldest parts of my area, which is probably like 2 weeks in January. But y'all know I'm going to try this because I like lettuce. And then I got this thank you card. And then on the back, it shows some of their upcoming events. There's a flower festival, April 12th and 13th. A planting festival, May 3rd and 4th. And the National Heirloom Expo, September 27th to 28th. It says, we love visitors. Visit us at our farm in Mansfield, Missouri. So, I don't know, y'all might have to take a trip out there. The National Heirloom Expo. That sounds very interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the seeds that I got from Baker Creek. It was 37 packs of seeds. I think that's including the free seeds. It was a $100 order that I paid $85 for. This is my first official order from Baker Creek. I'm very excited about a lot of varieties of these seeds. I'm not sure if I'll get to sow all of these seeds in 2026, but I will add them to my collection, and y'all know eventually I'm going to get to them. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Click that notifications bell. Make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed. And now y'all know I'm about to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to get this last pack of seeds up here and do seed haul number 3.